All right. Wanted to talk a little bit about deadlifting in a competition, a couple do's and don'ts. So one of the biggest things with the deadlift, the easiest part of the deadlift is you only have one command. The ref will tell you platform's ready, and the second you get the platform's ready, you just come and you lift the weight. The only command you're going to get is down. So you have to show control at the top. They're going to look for your hips, knees to be locked out and standing straight pretty much. You can't have soft knees and you can't have your hips in a flexed position. But there are a few other things they're going to be looking for with the deadlift that is going to be important that you don't get red lighted. So one of the biggest mistakes we see lifters make is they do this almost like a scoop with the weight. And so when the weight gets really heavy, they will shoot their knees forward. And you might be able to see it from this angle as you come down and be fighting the weight, boom, and then they do, and the knees will shoot forward on the weight. If your knees shoot forward and that bar is even resting on those legs for a little bit, that will get you a red light in a competition setting. So if the knees kind of start to scoop forward, you slide up, that is like they call it ramping, okay? The other important thing to understand about deadlifting is that same with the squat, is the second that bar is coming up, you can pause, but you can't let the bar go back down. So if you're fighting a weight, then you're grinding, then you're fighting, and you come up, right? That would be a red light because the bar path has to continue to move up. You can grind out a weight, you can pause and you can fight it, but if that bar starts to go back down for a second and then you come back up with it, it is going to be a red light at a meet. So those are a couple things. You don't want to scoop and let the hips come forward. You can't dip and come down. And of course you can't ratchet the weight up. Like in other sports, like strongman, you're allowed to ratchet the weight and get the weight up however you want. In the sport of powerlifting, not so much. All right? So I just wanted to give you a couple of those tips if you're thinking about powerlifting, especially if you have a habit of like scooping or sliding that weight up the front of your quads. Don't let those knees shoot forward because you will get red lighted in a meet, and you want to get that out of your practice. If you practice like that, you will end up probably doing that in a meet. So you want to break that habit before training for a competition.